Hopefully everyone can see this. My name is Medha Bandari, and today I'll be talking about how to make your life easy using Power Query in just 10 minutes. So I have a YouTube channel called NZ Tech Girl, and I'm a 14-year-old student at Mount Albert Grammar School in Auckland. And so on my YouTube channel, I post coding videos for kids, Excel videos, and Power BI. So please subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you'll find some interesting content on there. So today I'll be talking about how to extract data from a folder with Power Query Editor, and after that I'll be showing you how to automate with a folder. And after I'll be showing you 3 ways you can use Power Query to do web scraping. So first, I'm going to show you how to extract data from a folder. So you're going to get data, and you're going to go into more, and you're going to find folder. It's loading. You're just going to click on folder and go connect. And so once you do that, I'm going to go browse, and it's in my pictures. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go and search for CSV files, which is under my Excel presentation. Oh, CSV sales actually. And I'm going to go OK, and then OK. So CSV sales contains 3 data sets, as you can see, 2017, 2018, and 2019. And then it's going to come up with this, and make sure it's in first file, and then click on the sheet and go OK. Once you do that, it's going to pop up with the Power Query Editor, and so we're here. And I'm going to make all my changes on the transform sample file. So I'm going to edit this data. So first I'm going to work on the headers. So the headings in transform sample file, yeah. The headings are really uneven and weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to go and X on the promote headers, and then I'm going to select the first 2 columns, and then go to the transform and then click on transpose. Once I do that, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go merge columns. And then I'm going to click on, and the separator is going to be space, because the space is between them, and then I'm going to transpose it again. So once I transpose it, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to use first row as headers, and there we've cleaned up the headers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the unit price and the quantity sold. So I'll go into add column, and then under standard it's going to say multiply. And click on multiply, and then there it's multiplied it for us. Now I'm going to rename this to total. And there we go. Now I want to make another column. So I'm going to go into add column and go to custom column. And so what I'm going to do, the formula is date dot year. So let's this works. Yeah, date dot year. And then I'm going to open brackets, and I'm going to date sold. So sold, and then I'm going to close the bracket. Oh, yeah. And close the bracket, yeah. So make sure there are no syntax errors. Yeah, and so once we've created a year column, I'm going to rename it to year, and then, okay, that's good. Now, we've been working on the transform sample file tab, and now we're in here. So it says an error, and so to do that, we need to X on the change type. And I don't need the source name, so I'm just going to delete that. And then I'm going to go into home, and then go close and apply. So once I do that, it's going to load. Oh, yeah. Okay, so once we're here, I'm going to do a clustered column chart. And so in the axis bar, I'm going to put year, and in the value, I'm going to put the total. Oh, yeah. So I put the year. Yeah. So now it's given us the total for each supermarket. So this was a supermarket sales. So now I'm going to go and get the next sales 2020, because those are sales 2017, 2018, and 2019, and I'm going to paste it in here. And this is the automating part, so I'm going to refresh this. So this is how, yeah, so this is how you automate another file into the folder. And now it's automatically onto here. So the next part is 3 ways to do web scraping using Power Query. So how to use case 1. So I've used the weather place in the weather website in New Zealand, which is Met Service. And so I'm just going to copy the link. And I'm going to go into my Power BI. And I'm going to go into Get Data. And I'm going to go into Web. So from Web, and I'm going to paste the URL. Paste the URL, and I'm going to go OK. And then go into Table 1. So Table 1 is a table. And this table is on the website, which I'll be showing you now. So as I scroll down, there's a table over here, and I want this table into Power BI. So that table has been automatically put here for us. So after I select that, I'm going to go into Transform Data, and it will get into Power Query Editor. So over here, I'm just going to clean it up and just put first row as headers. So there, we've cleaned that up. So that's how to use case 1. The next thing is use case 2. So I've used the website Yahoo Finance here. And here are all the shares, the S&P futures, and all this are all the shares and share prices. So what I'm going to go to is Get Data, and then from Web again, and I'm going to paste the Finance Yahoo link here. So once I paste it here, I'm going to go OK. So once I do that, it's going to load. And here it comes up with this, and I'm going to go to Add Table using Examples, which is on the bottom left corner. It's going to load, and it's going to turn up with the website here. So what I want to do is I want to put the share names and the share prices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do S&P futures, and it automatically comes up for us because it can read the website. And then I'm going to do the DOW futures. Yeah, and then once I do that, it automatically comes up with the thing because it knows what you're talking about. And the next thing I'm going to do is the share prices. So, yep. And this one will be automatic too. So the next one is 34. Yep. And then it's going to automatically pop up. Yeah. So once we do that, we just click on OK. Okay, yeah, and then it creates a new table for us, and it's been named Table 20. So this is what I've wanted, and this is what I've created now. So I'm going to go into Transform Data so that it can take us into the Power Query Editor. So yeah, so that's the use case 2. So now use case 3 is a bit more advanced. So I'm using the share price for Apple Incorporated, and that's the share price. And as you can see, I'm using the same website, Finance Yahoo, and it just has AAPL at the end. So yeah, we're going to go Get Data and from Web, and then I'm going to paste it here and go OK. So once we do that, I'm going to go back into Add Table using Examples, and it's going to pop up with the website like it did before. Yep, and now all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and get the share price for the Apple Incorporated, and I'm going to get, yeah, so just type in 1, yeah, and then I'm going to just click OK, because that's all I want. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the share prices for some other companies too. So this is what I wanted. It's been named as Table 12. So I go to Transform Data. Now I'm Power Query Editor. So now I'm going to go into Advanced Editor. So once I go into Advanced Editor, I'm going to enter on the let, and the formula is stock name, and then as text, and then you close the bracket. You were meant to open the bracket there, but I go back and do that. So yep, I close the bracket, and then you go equal sign and then the greater than sign. So yeah, and then you go back to the front, and I'll just close the brackets here. Yep. So once I do that, I'm gonna go to the AAPL, and I'm gonna X on that. So I'm just gonna delete that, and then after the quotation marks, I'm going to type stock ampersand and then stock name. So just like that. And there we go. Now make sure there are no syntax errors, or it's not going to work, obviously. And then you go done. And now we've made a function. So next what I want to do is I want to enter some data. So that I'm going to enter the companies that we want the shares to. So I have made an Excel spreadsheet for the companies that I want. So MARA is the code name for the countries, and the companies. The GL is obviously going to be Google. So I'm going to copy these, and I'm going to paste them over here, and I'm going to undo headers. And so once I do that, I'm going to go OK. So once I click OK, it's come up with the companies that I want. I'm going to go to Add Column and then invoke Custom Function. So once I do that, I'm going to rename it to Stock Price. Yep, and so once I do that, I'm going to go Table 12 and then again Column 1. Go OK, and it's obviously private data, so ignore. Okay. Yep, so once we have this, to get rid of the table, we're going to go into that little button at the top, and I'm going to go load more, and then OK. And so now it'll pop up. Yep, comes up with this. Now, this is it. We've got our share companies and the share price. So that was the advanced stage. Now, the resources I've used is Finance Yahoo and well, yeah, that was basically it. What I wanted, I already made a video on how to extract data from a folder and automating. So this is the link to the YouTube video. So please do go check that out. And hopefully you learned something in these 10 minutes. And thank you so much for having me here.